Hey everybody, this is Mark J. Ryan, and I'm pleased to announce that the initial launch of the Secret Meditation has been a great success. The initial launch was limited because I wanted to get some response back. You see, the thing about the Secret Meditation is I can't really make any promises on the thing, except you're going to get a tremendous experience. What that experience is, I don't know. It's going to be positive, it's going to be different, and I've got some results back from people, some testimonials from people that are going to give you an idea of what you're going to go through when you go through the Secret Meditation. It's not an ordinary meditation. It's not something that I can go linearly and say, yes, this will happen, do this, this, and this, and then this will happen. I can tell you, you're going to link up with something in your mind, in your body, and your emotions that you've never linked up with before. And what else I can tell you is once you've done the meditation, once you get the results from the meditation, you're never going to be able to look at life again the same way. It's going to be totally different, and you'll understand once you do the Secret Meditation. Let me read you a few of the testimonials, then you can decide yourself. Here's an email I got from Dennis. I've practiced the Secret Meditation several times throughout this week, and each time I've achieved very much the same results. It's crazy. I start the meditation process in my typical state of being. As I work through the meditation process, I experience a sort of intense, frantic, nervous restlessness. And then I end up in a blank state of awe at the end. Every time I've worked through this meditation using the DVD, I end up in this jaw-dropping, mindless, blank state of awe. I'm not sure if this is the intended result, but I'm trying to figure out how to use this meditation or how to apply it to my daily life. Well, Dennis, let's talk about that jaw-dropping, mindless, blank state of awe for just a minute. This is the beginning stages of the meditation. I want you to continue to do those meditations just like you've been doing and getting into that state and expand that state and see what happens. That's the beginning state where you start to go blank from the stimulus and response that we're talking about, your normal stimulus and response, that intensity that you started off with, and then you get to a blank, jaw-dropping state of awe. What will happen is that will start to come in and fill up with new data, new information. Once you're without the normal stimulus response of the lower brains, what will happen is it opens up, just like if you had a telescope or if you had binoculars and that's all you'd seen out of all your life. And then all of a sudden you'd looked away and you were able to see other things. Or you had sunglasses on that were almost pitch black and you thought that's the way things were. Or many different sunglasses on, and then you begin to take the layers off. And we start to get into this awe because it's so much different. We haven't experienced our natural state of being. And what I'm saying is give this a little bit more time. Write me back and let me know what happens. Because that blank state, jaw-dropping state of awe will then begin to do something to your body and to your mind that will change the way you look at life, change the way you deal with life and how you go through life. And Barbara wrote me. Barbara had a little bit of a different response. She says, "Hi Mark, I'm doing just well. It is just great." She's talking about the meditation. "Everything I need comes to me very quickly and easily. Thanks a lot." And one of my friends from near Vancouver, British Columbia, Charles Davis, shared the post and I wrote him back to thank him for it. Charles has been around the New Thought industry, Ho'oponopono, law of attraction, internet marketing, played with a lot of the big names in the business, knows a lot of the big names in the business, and he shared that post. Take a listen to the conversation that happened between Charles and myself after he shared the post. I wrote him back and I said, "Thanks, Charles." Charles wrote me back and said, "Okay, so I got this DVD. This is really something different. You find and activate this special frequency. Wow, I highly recommend this." I wrote back to Charles, I said, "It really does work, doesn't it, Charles? A lot of people have written me and asked me if it was just some of the same meditations with a different name." I said, "Absolutely not. This one is special. This one really does something. It's pretty awesome. I'm so happy you got it, Charles. Thanks again." And he wrote back, "I have done a lot of different meditations, which have essentially the same background. This is the most different meditation I have learned. Very unique, and so far, wow. Thanks so much, Mark J. Ryan, for sharing this with the world." So Charles said this is the most different meditation he has ever seen or used. And it really is. It's something that I had searched around and looked and see if I could see anything similar to it. I've been using it since the early 80s. It's incredible. What it does basically is It brings you out of a part of your mind and your brain that when you're upset, you're not thinking properly, you're not feeling right. And what it'll do, it is like takes you out of a box. It takes you out of that box and brings you somewhere special. And I can't tell you exactly where it is. I call it the magical frequency. For each person, that magical frequency is different. To me, it's who you really are. It's putting you in touch with your higher self, the higher parts of your brain, the higher parts of your body, the higher parts of who you are in a spiritual sense. Some say, well, it's just the brain doing that. Other people say it's definitely a spiritual experience. And it's a spiritual experience that opens you up kind of quietly. As Dennis said, it puts you into a state of awe, a jaw-dropping state of awe. What I found is that people that have real trauma in their life, they get an extreme result with this because the contrast is so different. While the average person might jump up and pop up into the state, and for them have an awesome and jaw-dropping experience, other people, it's a beautiful experience. People that have maybe some of our veterans that have been overseas, or somebody with sexual abuse or abuse as a child, they go through this meditation and they realize they've been locked in this state, this box for so long, and this gives them a channel out. It pops them out. It gives them a bigger perspective. It puts them into a state of awe. It gives them peace and quiet, and they can begin to look at the world through this magical frequency, through what happens in your mind and happens in your body, to be able to start looking at the world in a different way. And that's my goal, is to give this gift to as many people as possible and to help them get that. And I'm going to talk some more about it. People that have purchased it, I'm going to send out some more meditations on this, some more information on this, things you can listen to while you're doing the meditation that kind of bring you more into line to stay into this. And what will start happening is those jaw-dropping states of awe, as Dennis talked about, begin to happen throughout the day automatically. And for me personally, I find that I get information. It's almost like sometimes I know what people are going to say or what they need or they want. I can hand somebody something and they're like, how did you know I wanted that? And it's just being in that place, being in that state. And it's not like I'm there all the time. I still go back and have my stuff. But this meditation, you got to get this meditation because it does something different, and it does something different to every single person. It's your own personal way of knowing that you've gone somewhere else. You've gone to a higher level. You've gone to your own place of awe. Some people might just say, wow, like Charles, wow. He does it. There are no words to describe it. Some people say awe. Some people say wow. Some people say, I don't know what to call it. And if you put too much on it, and I say it's something, then that's going to prime your brain to think that that's the way it should be. And I don't want that. I want you to have the experience. When we go swimming, we could talk about swimming all day long, but until you actually get in the water and swim and do it on your own, it's a different understanding. When you can do it on your own, when you ride a bike, you drive a car, whatever it is, make love with somebody the first time, you can talk about that kind of stuff all you want, but until you experience it, the experience may not even be able to be put into words. Because when we try to teach people, we try to lead them up to the experience, but the experience then takes over. That's what the secret meditation does. It brings you up to the experience and then allows you to have the experience. And when you have the experience, it's your experience. You'll know. So this is Mark J. Ryan. I'm saying, get the secret meditation, have the experience, change your life, feel the difference, know that you can view and see the world while you're here, this limited time that we have here. See it and experience it in a different way with the secret meditation. If you got any questions, please write me. Let me know what you think. If you've already watched it and you have something else to add, some new distinctions to make that's happened to you personally that might encourage other people in the future to give it a try and a shot and to actually experience the secret meditation. This is Mark J. Ryan. Thanks. Enjoy.